Think about you not thinking about me. Apply it to friends, partners, valued teachers, and mentors. Whatever this person means to me, I mean less than nothing to them. What a life-ruining thought. Almost a year ago, I made a video about liking people too much. It's kind of like my theme. It's the thing I meant to teach the audience about. I just don't know exactly what I'm here to teach. Imagine my text finding people laughing at a group of pretty people, then glancing down at their phone and crinkling their nose in polite disinterest. When someone asks who's talking to them, they go, "Oh, it's Sophie. I completely forgot she existed." At least I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. Fiona Apple has talked about growing up feeling unmemorable. When I was a kid, 10, 11, 12, 13, the thing I wanted most in the world was a best friend. I wanted to be important to people, to have people that understood me. I wanted to just be close to somebody. And back then, a thought would go through my head almost constantly. There's never going to be a room someplace where there's a group of people sitting around having fun, hanging out, where one of them goes, "You know what would be great? We should call Fiona. Yeah, that would be good." That'll never happen. There's nothing interesting about me. I just felt like I was a sad little boring thing. In a way, this makes me feel better because Fiona Apple is demonstrably extremely interesting. But I am not Fiona Apple. Why are memories so important anyway? In the world of eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, memories can be treated in the same way a tumor is, carefully eradicated with ideally no side effects. Our leading lady Clementine is, well, first of all, she's me.
Too many guys think I'm a concept, or I complete them, or I'm gonna make them alive. But I'm just a fucked up girl who's looking for my own peace of mind. Don't assign me yours.
I remember that speech really well.
I had you pegged, didn't I?
Yeah, the whole human race pegged.
But she's also haunted by her memories and haunted by the idea of being forgotten. Both the version of herself in Joel's mind and her real self are terrified of disappearing.
Remember me. Try your best. Maybe we can.
Don't know. I'm lost. I'm scared. I feel like I'm disappearing. My skin's coming off. I'm getting old. Nothing makes any sense to me.
I don't think everyone in the world feels this way. Plenty of people I know would love to disappear from the minds of people they don't like, but I don't. I'm dogmatically obsessed with the comeuppance of people who have done me wrong in the past. I find so much joy in imagining my existence spurring on the character growth of a bunch of losers to be better. Because of this weird redemption fetish, the thought of disappearing from the mind of people I actually do love feels like dying. It's no way to live. I imagine every nice thing done for me as a farce. Worse, I invent expectations out of nowhere and take offense when people fail to meet them. This is mean. This is such a mean thing to do to people I care about. One day I said out loud, "When we're apart, I think you must hate me. I picture you seeing my name when I text you and heaving this big sigh because I'm so annoying." And he quietly said, "That's a little mean. I wish you wouldn't picture me that way." And something clicked. I'd been so caught up in insisting that I am too damaged and misshapen to love, justifying any perceived failure to love me as not only natural but righteous, that I never considered how it feels to love someone who refuses to take you for your word. What an unflattering way to think about people I ostensibly believe to be good and kind individuals. How weird to imagine malice or indifference every moment that affection is not being showered on me. What exactly do I expect? If fear is the mind killer, fear of abandonment is the heart killer. Loving someone like a caged animal is not love at all. You've just fallen prey to your own destructive impulses. This swirl of self-doubt in the pit of my stomach yields no fruit for me, yet I feed it all the same. Okay, but Sophie, aren't you like a raging egomaniac? Yes. Here's something about me you probably don't need me to tell you. I second-guess myself constantly and find many of my own actions pretty repulsive. Here's another thing about me you may find surprising. I think I am an absolute delight of a person that everyone around me should feel lucky to know. It's weird to have both of these beliefs inhabit my body at the same time. It makes me lopsided, a little bit hard to understand. I truly do not care what anyone else thinks of me, yet what other people think of me is all I think about.
I think I was supposed to be
Really confident.
I think like in heaven they built like 3/4
Really confident.
person, and then they forgot to flip the final switch, and they just sent me out, and it was like, "You marked that one."
Really confident.
And it was like, "Oh no, was I supposed to?" And they were like, "Oh man, well this will be a very interesting person. This will be a very silly person."
So, I contain multitudes. That's probably not that unique in the grand scheme of things, but I certainly find it hard to grasp, and most importantly, hard to romanticize. I may not be able to decode every part of this weird little complex I hope gets named after me one day, but I do think I have an explanation for the certain phenomenon I'm describing here, and I'll need to use a diagram to express it. So, I'm excellent. I am an utter catch. Therefore, the people I surround myself with must also be excellent because I have excellent taste. In fact, the people around me are quite possibly the most excellent people on the planet. So why would they waste their time with me? It's like circular reasoning that's caught cold. A is true because B is true, and B is true because what happened to A? God, what freak came up with this?
Do you ever love someone so much?
Isn't it a beautiful thing to love so much? Shouldn't I feel lucky that I have people in my life I value so highly that their rejection feels unthinkable to me? This swirling void might not ever go away, but it's not impossible to ignore either. I can't really feel it when I'm around other people instead of just stewing in my room. Depression hates a moving target, and I think that's true of most bad feelings. I am very aware that there are much more important things I should be spending my time thinking about. At the same time, I live in my head all of the time. So I'd like to make sure it's not a terrible place. Still, I have a lot of other things to care about, and what a blessing that is. I want this video to have a better conclusion than just, try to relax, but that's pretty much all I ever tell myself. I know I will find people who fill the void instead of just feeding it. I think I already have. If any of this resonates with you, that sucks. I'm very sorry. Coping with the vast indifference of the universe is not something we're built to do, so if you've taken that on, you must be a little melancholy all the time. I wish I had advice, but unfortunately I'm 19 and just don't want to be alone anymore. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine.